All right, we're doing an actual cooking video on the cooking consortium. Fluffy. I was gonna do this. I got everything out. I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna make the most amazingly fluffy scrambled eggs, I'm gonna teach you motherfuckers how to do it. Things you need: a deep ass bowl. Eggs, I prefer Eggland's Best. I don't like brown eggs. They don't crack as nicely. They get shell everywhere. Extra large. I don't buy the jumbo either. Those things get weird. And we're gonna need egg whites. Doesn't matter the brand. And we need milk. And I like whole milk because I don't want to have multiple types of milk. I'm just gonna have one milk. And we're gonna probably do, how many? 4? To make this a worthwhile endeavor, I'm gonna do 4 eggs. I'm just hungry. I just want to make eggs. Okay, that away. I got it. Why egg whites? Why are you adding egg whites? Because there's a ratio. The ratio is wrong with most eggs. Trust me on that. Add at least another egg's worth of whites. You could just do the thing where you pull the yolk out. But I just keep... You could freeze these, by the way. Just throw them right in the freezer. You get like an 8-pack from Costco. So we've got the milk in there, a splish, the egg whites in there. Let's put this fuck off. Everything else we need in here. We're not gonna do cheese. We're gonna need ketchup. We're gonna need ketchup later on. Should make that steak for breakfast. And now I have a whisk, or you could use a, what's it called? Stick blender, depending on how badass you want to be with this. But before we do that, let's get the yeah. Get the biggest non-stick pan you can, and it has to be non-stick. I love my like carbon steels and stuff, but for an omelet or anything eggs, it's gonna be like a beaten egg. You gotta go non-stick. I'm actually gonna do it, not the highest heat, but high heat, because this is gonna take short amounts of time. In fact, we're gonna get our plate ready, because this is gonna be like, I needed butter. Fucking knew I needed something. That was weird. It was the corner of my eye. I was like, I saw the reflection, and I'm like, grab it. This is the lowest common denominator butter you should get. You could have the expensive French stuff. You could have better butters than Kerrygold, but you better not have worse butters than Kerrygold. Write that shit down. Now, since I'm gonna keep this at a moderately warm, like high setting, you can't go rub the butter in there and then take a second, because it's gonna burn the butter. So what we could do now is just start beating our eggs. And you need, by the way, you need to have like a German tube DAC amp, electrostatic energizer, on your countertop while you're cooking all the time, because this way it grants you the powers. Quarantine has made my wrists very strong. Not my left wrist as much as my right wrist. We want bubbles, so you're gonna have to beat it pretty hard. Giggity. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's like Rice Krispies. You know what, I can have Rice Krispies. Don't add Rice Krispies to this. All right. All right, plate for removing it. What I actually call them scrambled eggs. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, the last and vital thing. A plastic fork. I borrow these made in the USA plastic forks from Chipotle because they have the best cutlery. This is the best plastic cutlery. We're gonna need that. You trust me on this. So, step 1 is we're going to butter the hell out of this. Remember, fast. We're hot enough to burn the butter, which could add to flavor. And we're not adding all of this. We're just adding enough to cover the bottom. because that's what we're doing here. We're doing fast. I'm actually going to crank up the heat a bit because I want this to be more faster. Start. You don't want to leave it down long enough to brown. If you see brown on any of these eggs, I failed. Yeah, look, it's coming apart. We're just making. And to quote Alton Brown, if it's done in the pan, it's overdone on the plate. So that first round went well. Take that off. Back down. Now they might have enough butter left. I'm just gonna go and re-butterize. Don't try to squeeze it in there. As soon as you put too much egg in there and it's too thick and you can't get it to finish that fast, it's gonna be bad. If you move it around, you'll see where it's solidifying. Gather it up. That's it, take it out. That's it, take it out. 2. So many times I've ruined this because I'm like, I could just get the last little bit of egg in there. No, you know when to stop pouring. You fucking know. So now I'm back on high, by the way, with this. Chase it around. Scoopy-doop, scoopity-whoop, scoop-de-doop-de-whoop, scoop-de-whoop-whoop. I'm gonna whoop. Sort of getting it, making sure it's got a little bit of heat on everything. And then we're back out. Shut this off because we're done. Now, if you were gonna add cheese to this, because you can add cheese to scrambled eggs, just shred it and place it on top. Now the heat is just still cooking the egg, even though we definitely wouldn't have looked cooked, but trust me, it's cooked. Am I gonna go ketchup? I can go a little bit of ketchup. Just a little bit of ketchup. And I'm probably gonna add a little bit of salt to it. And I like pink Himalayan in a grinder. Never salt your eggs while they're in the pan. Wait for the table. I'm just gonna slide that over. I feel like I wouldn't have made these this good if I wasn't videoing it also. I love these upside down ketchup. What? No breakfast meats? No. But I just made like a 6-minute video on the best fucking scrambled eggs you've ever seen. You can let them sit. I don't like them when they're like burning hot either. Blistering hot eggs is not part of my well-balanced sexual diet. Oh, this is important. You clean, fuck cleaning one of these ever. So you just sort of like do that, cup it in your hand and get it in there, run your fingers through it. As long as you wash things when it was like immediately used, then it doesn't stick to it. You give this 20 minutes, you go to eat your food, then try to clean it, and it's like eggs are stuck to it. It's bad news. Eggs are still steaming. Oh, that looks so good though. So yes, this is perfect scrambled eggs. They're a bit shiny, but that's cooked. There's no, oh God. Oh, they're so fluffy. You gotta add the whites. The whites matter. Eggs are the wrong ratio for perfect eggs, which I know it doesn't sound right, but it is. Salt only after you're done. Thin layers, high heat. You'll figure it out in your oven or how fast you could do this. These might be the best scrambled eggs I've ever made in my life. So glad I started recording it. This is just like, this is the fluffiest, like lightest. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe or join the Patreon that's specific for this cooking consortium. We'll get into a private chat with all the chefs of Z Cooks. I'm gonna eat all these eggs now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that worked out fucking spectacular. God, they're so good.